Alrighty, a update on the chicken coop, or what'll be the new chicken coop. This has been the old outdoor summer coop forever, actually almost since I've been here. And then if you remember in the old videos, there was a big old 8-foot by like 12-foot right here that's all collapsed. It collapsed when we got hit by a tornado about 3 months ago, but it was already in bad shape. And the reason being is I messed up when building the roof, and I built it the exact size of the tin that was on top, and so there was like an inch that the water was going into the wood on the backside, and it was destined for failure. I mean, I just did a great job at messing myself up. But anywho, this is just a startup video. And then before that even collapsed, some possums got in there, and I felt sorry for them anyways because it wasn't a good shelter. But possums got in there and scared them all out of there, and so they've been in the barn making a absolute nasty mess. Just gross, just awful. Chickens are nasty. So new pen will be right here. I didn't like how that one was stuck out like a sore thumb anyways. This would only be 6 foot tall. It doesn't need to be 8, because you remember I started out making that as a different project, and that's just what it ended up being. But it'll be about 2 post wise, and then it'll come out about 18 foot. So it'll be a pretty good space, but it'll be somewhere where I can lock them up and keep them out unless I want them to the free range, but not that I have to, that they have to free range. And so I got to clean up this, and then I'm gonna start sinking posts in the ground. I'm actually gonna put new posts and not use those posts because those are pretty old, like I said already. So I don't want to build on failure. But I'm so good at it. But anyways, another story. And so I'm gonna build it right here. And so this is kind of just a before video. It's gonna be 6 foot tall. I have 206 foot those pickets like you have on a fence, but they were 6 foot from I gave a nickel or a dime a piece for them. A guy took them down. So I have a bunch of those, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. That way there'll be a little bit of light that gets through, but not enough wind to bother them. So I don't want it to be a dark hole that they go into. Because the main thing is I want them to lay eggs good. Because right now in the barn, they just love crapping in my barn. They give me great eggs, and I have a good market for eggs. I sell a lot of eggs. And that's another thing. I don't like, it was kind of like when I did rabbits. I don't like selling, I mean, I don't want to have to spend my time waiting for one person to get 1 dozen eggs, whether they don't show or they're late. I just don't do it. And so I started doing 3 dozen for $10. That's all I do. You cannot get any lower than that. If you're one of my regulars, then I'll do a dozen and a half for $5, but I don't even like doing that. But that way it lasts them 2 to 3 weeks, and they come and get 3 dozen at a time for $10. And that's worked out really good. If other people might want to use that, because I just didn't have time for the dozen and a half here, a dozen here, a dozen here, $3 here, it wasn't worth my time. So that's how I did it. 3 dozen for $10, and that's the minimum. And I've had pretty good success with it. But this is just a before video of what it looked like before I do it, and then we'll get you one after it starts taking shape. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.